Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sundarlal Popo Bahura Theatre at the Southern Academy for the Performing Arts. We are making every effort to ensure your comfort and safety. Please take this time to listen to the following announcements. In the event of an emergency, an announcement will be made. You will proceed immediately but calmly to the exit closest to you. Patrons seated at the lower section of the auditorium will proceed to the center exits out of the building to muster at the furthest end of the eastern car park. Patrons seated at the upper section of the auditorium will proceed through the rear exits, down the main staircases, and through the front exits at the lobby to muster at the furthest end of the eastern car park. Eating, drinking, chewing of gum or candy is not allowed in the auditorium. Smoking is not allowed in the building. Photography or other unauthorized audio and video recordings are strictly prohibited. At this time, please turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you and do enjoy the following performance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, the Best of Best Village Folk Arts Festival, and the launch of National Patriotism Month. After that rousing welcome with the drum call from the Malik folk performers, and you would have enjoyed the performances on various membranes, the tassa drum and the steel pan outside, we now segue to inside, and I invite you now to stand for the playing of the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you. You may take your seats. The national anthem is in fact one of the emblems of our nationhood, and we are proud to sing it and play it every time. This evening, we're graced by the presence of Dr. the Honorable Nian Gatsby-Dolly, Minister of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, members of the Diplomatic Corps, His Worship Alderman Junior Regrello, Mayor of San Fernando, Ms. Angela Edwards, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, Ms. Suzanne Corbett, Director of Community Development, all other heads of department of the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, our valued partners and stakeholders for National Patriotism Month, staff of the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, movers and shakers of the best village community, other distinguished guests, friends all, welcome once again to the Best of Best Village Folk Arts Festival and the launch of National Patriotism Month. Continuing to invoke the spirits, we have now an East Indian devotional song performed by Are We People Theatrical Horizon, the song written by Ravi Jagrup entitled A Tribute to the Divine Mother. This would have been one of the excellent performances put on as the Best Village finals progressed in recent weeks. The Best Village Trophy competition having begun since April, and companies and performers from across Trinidad and Tobago would have taken the stage to show their work in the various genres.
जय देवी माँ, जय देवी माँ, जय देवी माँ, जय देवी माँ, जय हो माता दी, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा। तू ही दुर्गा तू काली, तू ही माता शेरवाली, तू ही दुर्गा तू काली, तू ही माता शेरवाली। जय हो माता दी, जय हो माता दी, जय हो माता दी अम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा। नारियल का फूल और रब से चढ़ावो, दीप को धूप में आरती उतारो। नारियल का फूल और रब से चढ़ावो, दीप को धूप में आरती उतारो। कृपा करो माँ रक्षा करो, मेरी सुन मेरे भजने भक्ति भरो। कृपा करो माँ रक्षा करो, मेरी सुन मेरी भजने भक्ति भरो। तू ही दुर्गा तू काली, तू ही माता शेरवाली, तू ही दुर्गा तू काली, तू ही माता शेरवाली। जय हो माँ जगत, जय हो माता दी, जय हो माता दी अम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय हो माता दी अम्बा। नीम और माला चढ़ावो है माँ, मंत्र भजन सुनावो है माँ। नीम और माला चढ़ावो है माँ, मंत्र भजन सुनावो है माँ। धन 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 है प्यारी मैया, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम देवी अंबिका। धन 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 है प्यारी मैया, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम देवी अंबिका। तू ही दुर्गा तू काली, तू ही माता शेरवाली, तू ही दुर्गा तू काली, तू ही माता शेरवाली। जय हो माता दी, जय हो माता दी, जय हो माता दी अम्बा, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय हो माता जगदम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा। जय देवी माँ, जय हो माता दी, जय हो माता दी अम्बा, जय हो माता दी अम्बा, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय माता भवानी जय शक्ति माँ, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय हो माँ जगदम्बा, जय देवी माँ, जय देवी माँ, जय देवी माँ, जय देवी माँ. Thank you.
Are We People Theatrical Horizon, with an East Indian devotional song written by Ravi Jha Group entitled A Tribute to the Divine Mother. Making sure that the spirits are right aligned for this evening's presentation, taking the stage next, the Malik Folk Performing Company, one of the most exemplary performers in the Best Village Trophy competition. This is a spiritual dance.
Never get weary yet, I never get weary yet. 40 long years I'm walking in the field and I never get weary yet. I never get weary yet, I never get weary yet. 40 long years I'm walking in the field and I never get weary yet. I never get weary yet, I never get weary yet. 40 long years I'm walking in the field and I never get weary yet. I never get weary yet, I never get weary yet. 40 long years I'm working in the field and I never get weary yet. Moya moya mone, mone mone la bueche mone. 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 Mone mone la bueche, mifuna manje manje, mifuna nije nilime, mifuna manje manje, mifuna nije nilime, mifuna manje manje, mifuna nije nilime, mifuna manje manje nilime manje nifuna, mifuna manje manje nilime manje nifuna, mifuna manje manje nilime manje nifuna, manje manje nifuna. Nije nilime, nifuna. Manje manje, nifuna. Nije nilime, nifuna. Manje manje, nifuna. Nije nilime, nifuna. Manje manje, nifuna. Nije nilime, nifuna. Muya muya mone, mone mone la bueche mone. Muya muya mone, mone mone la bueche mone. Muya muya mone, mone mone la bueche mone. Muya muya mone. Muya muya mone, mone mone la bueche mone. Muya muya mone, mone mone la bueche manje money, buya buya money, money money abweche money, buya buya money, money money abweche money. Mifuna manje manje, mifuna minje nilime, 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 mifuna manje manje nilime manje nifuna, nifuna manje manje nilime manje nifuna, nifuna manje manje nilime manje nifuna, nifuna manje manje. Orokwe damuno orokwe, nije mangwana e. 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 Orokwe nije, 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 orokwe nije. Orokwe damuno orokwe, nije mangwana e. 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 Orokwe damune orokwe.
Youth performers of the Malik Folk Performing Company and their spiritual dance, showing evidence of the benefits of their formation through their company, as well as using the platform of the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition to develop the talent and knowledge of the genre of the different cultural streams. Thank you, Malik Folk Performing Company. So this evening, I am your host, Celia Regis, and I shall also be your host for the next 9 days or so, 9 evenings, as we celebrate the Best of Best Village Folk Arts Festival. The National Patriotic Month runs from August 17th, today, to September 24th, which is when we celebrate our state of republicanism. The theme, Color Me Trinbago, and it's all about the we. This evening, 10 groups will be staging a variety of song and dance performances reflecting cultural influences evident in our people's expressions. Winners all they are in some of the main categories in the Best Village finals. And we're talking about patriotism. What is it really? Well, a feeling of attachment and commitment to our country and nation, spiritual attachment, commitment to universal liberal principles as enshrined in the Constitution. It's also a robust respect for the value of each person having equal moral worth of all human beings. And so, taking the stage now, the Soul Oasis. No, before that, we invite to the lectern Mrs. Rodell Phillips-Simmons, the Manager of Corporate Communications and the Chairperson of the National Patriotic Month Committee, to welcome us formally on behalf of the Ministry. Mrs. Rodell Phillips-Simmons.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gatsby-Dolly, Minister of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, members of the Diplomatic Corps, His Worship Alderman Junior Regralo, Mayor of San Fernando, Ms. Angela Edwards, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, Ms. Susan Corbett, Director of Community Development, and all other heads of department, our valued partners and stakeholders for National Patriotism Month, the staff of the ministry, of course, the Best Village community, other distinguished guests, members of the media, good evening. As Celia introduced me, my name is Rodal Phillips Simmons, and I am indeed honored to be welcoming you to not only the launch of National Patriotism Month for 2018, themed Color Me Trinbago, but also to what is indeed the best of Best Village at this folk arts festival over the next 10 days. These two events fit perfectly together, so it was only natural that we marry them, and like any good marriage, getting to this point took a lot of work, tears, long hours, a little vex face here and there, but as a team committed to the end result, we made it. I therefore want to congratulate all the teams, all the groups, all the communities who have made today possible and the next 10 days and the entire month of celebrations a success. But what does patriotism mean, and why is it important to a nation's well-being? Here in Trinidad and Tobago, we take our allegiance to our national colors quite seriously. It has almost become an unwritten rule to attend competitive events in red, white, and black. There's an expectation that one has no voice after a cricket or football match, living up to the reputation of having the most vivacious personalities in the world. And better yet, we celebrate the success of our ambassadors by mounting huge national flags on our cars. But we accept defeat in a textbook manner, stoopsing for the next couple of days, with any and everything that gets us upset, and spending weeks giving our own analysis of what went wrong. But why do we intensely invest our emotions into this belief that our people, our culture, and our thumbprint are the best of this world? Why do we believe in patriotism? Patriotism is about having unfailing love and commitment to something that is bigger than our own individual experiences. It is about the strength of our collective love for Trinidad and Tobago despite our challenges, upholding those values and dreams that have kept this great country alive and inspired for generations. The stronger our collective love is, the easier it can be for individuals to find positivity and solutions to life's challenges, because we are comforted by a support system that is ever present. This speaks to our patriotism. So tonight, the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts ushers in National Patriotism Month with our cultural heritage taking center stage. Athletes express their national pride by sprinting, cycling. Poets pen their innermost thoughts and memories of life of this Twin Island nation. But tonight, and over the next 9 nights, the finest of our Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition will use this stage and share their passion, their acting, their dancing, singing, drumming skills as forms of their patriotic expressions. We will feel our history, our pains, and pride, and our love for TNT through these performances. Ladies and gentlemen, let us use this month of heightened awareness to project our love for Trinidad and Tobago even more. Our ministry, with our partner entities, SwimCall, the National Library of Trinidad and Tobago, National Trust, the 2 Cents Movement, the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, the Arima Borough Corporation, San Fernando and Port of Spain City Corporation, and the entire government, in particular, Ministry of Public Administration and Communication, we have developed an entire calendar of activities to rekindle our spirit of volunteerism and love of history and culture. There are several activities for young people because this year we are focusing on young people and the environment, and we encourage parents, teachers, groups here to get your children, your young people involved. Do not miss out on this opportunity to reconnect with your heritage that reminds us that the beauty and wonder that is Trinidad and Tobago. This calendar has been distributed tonight and is also available on the ministry's website, cdca.gov.tt, our social media platforms. It will be in the press on Sunday, and of course we ask you to share it with your friends and your colleagues. I now invite you to take in the exceptional performances which have already begun from the Best of Best Village. This is indeed a privilege, and whilst you do so, contemplate on the journey of our ancestors, the creative sector, educators, and our parents, and the journey they have made to forge this great nation of Trinidad and Tobago. Let us continue to expand our collective love for our country. I thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Rodell Phillips Simmons. So, over the next 90 minutes or so, we'll savor some of those highlights that Mrs. Phillips Simmons spoke about, the Best of Best Village Folk Arts Festival. And taking the stage now, the Soul Oasis Cultural Ambassadors with a national patriotic song.
Alright then. So we just dictate the pace when the woman wind the waist, party and show the night, the red, black and white, we no business. In a no foreign thing, we no interest. Meditate every fed pan we hitless. Them say all that they say is criminology. I say that they better burn that mentality. TNT is that the figure to the with the end of brother and the percent of our love mentality. What Molly? It too fast or? Yes. Well alright then. We just dictate all the pace but now. Take it slow. And we just drink out all this strong liquor. One more time. Say we just drink out all this strong liquor. And we just represent for we soca. And everybody say S-O-C-A. S-O-C-A, soca. Alright. Them say I'm mad and I'm bad. I say I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Check, check. Hey. Fire. I said Trinidad, me born, Trinidad me come from. Trinidad you born, Trinidad you come from. I said Trinidad, me born, Trinidad me come from. Trinidad you born, Trinidad you come from. Hey. Trinidad we born, Trinidad we come from. Say Trinidad we born, Trinidad we come from. Fire. Them say I'm mad and I'm bad. I say I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago. Hear every queen and race. Check.
The Soul Oasis cultural ambassadors and their take on a national patriotic song. Coming up next here is a dance, a national patriotic dance. The music by Nigel Salikram, Show Your Love. The group Swastika. Please welcome Swastika with their national patriotic dance. And just so you know, we are live on Culturecom TV. It's being streamed online. And CTV is also recording for rebroadcast on TTT later on. So you'll have an opportunity to see the show in its fullness later on. So Swastika.
Every day I hear people talking. The country seems to be divided between so many races. But I hope and I pray this is happening. Shall we put our hands in each other's throat because of promises? Don't let politicians separate us in our land. It's right here we born, all Trimbegonians are one. Show your love, I say. Show your love in every way. Show your love, I say. Don't wait for another day. Everybody must live in harmony. One people, one love, one family. Let them know this is we country, and you're proud to be a tree. Every day, our lives keep on changing. Man becomes man's worst enemy to achieve fame and glory. But amidst all the things that is happening, Trinbago is always a paradise where love keeps on growing. Don't let tradition make us change our direction. Let us all sing the song. Trinbago is moving on. Show your love, I say. Show your love in every way. Show your love, I say. Don't wait for another day. Everybody must live in harmony. One people, one love, one family. Let them know this is the country, and you're proud to be a Trini. Side by side, shoulder to shoulder, helping one another. Forget race, forget creed, forget color. The blood that is flowing through our veins shows you are my brother. Don't let racialism lead us all into destruction. Love must be in the hearts of every Trinbagonian. Show your love, I say. Show your love in every way. Show your love, I say. Don't wait for another day. Everybody must live in harmony. One people, one love, one family. Let them know this is the country, and you're proud to be a tree.
Show Your Love. Music by Nigel Salikram. National Patriotic Dance performed by Swastika. Showing us that Despite subscribing perhaps to different cultural and ethnic forms of life, we can coexist and identify with what is we own, our country, and doing that on equal terms. The Malik Folk Performing Company takes the stage once again, and this time a folk song solo. And it's a piece that you may be familiar with, but perhaps not as Malik does it, Banana Boat.